What's up, NASCAR Heat 2 fans? David Land here. You are looking at the standings after the first round of the chase. Christopher Bell locked himself in and has all them playoff points after being the only chase driver to take a victory during the first round. We are second in terms of playoff points in the standings. Briscoe and Infinger, Rhodes, and Gragson are the final six. We are doing a 50% race at Martinsville today. I asked in the comments in the last video what you guys thought of it. I would say the majority of people wanted to see a 50% race at Martinsville, and considering recent events, I think Martinsville is a hot topic, so a lot of people want to see a little bit more Martinsville racing, especially when you consider this. Oh no. We've got at least 4 people who are going to try to wreck us. Chase Briscoe, he's very upset with me. Duzat, Gilliland, Hill, Smith, Yaley, Chastain. I could just, we could name the people who aren't mad at me, and I think it'd probably be significantly less. And Corbin Forrester is just completely friendly with me, as is John Hunter Nemechek. That's interesting. Those two had been, I think, neutral, but now they are in my good graces again, I suppose. But yeah, 4 drivers, Bell, Cindric, Coughlin, and Snyder, are going to try to kill me at Martinsville. Let's see if we can survive a 50% race. In recent years, Martinsville has become more like Bristol than even Bristol. Lots of fighting, lots of wrecking, lots of contact. Is this going to be any different? Well, one way to avoid all of that nonsense, at least for the first few laps of the race, is to qualify well. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, well, that was, that's a problem. That's a big problem. I loosened the truck up, and,
Alright, let's see where we place.
yeah, we didn't place very well. Oh, boy. I was probably on a pole run there, but, wow, I don't even have any commentary for that because I was just literally so taken aback that I lost it off the corner. So, yeah, we're starting from the back because I decided to wreck it in qualifying. Here we go. Okie dokie.
Steady.
This is going to be
Move here. Going green. There's the green flag.
a bit of a shambles, especially because I didn't play with the setup. I forgot to play with the setup. So we're running a very, very loose truck, which may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to have to be very, very careful on my throttle application from here on out and run very, very high in the corners, at least at the beginning of this race,
Stay on the top. Hold your line.
until we can get a pit stop. Of course, the yellows are on strict because, oh boy, as we get into the back of Clay Greenfield there. Yeah, yellows are on strict, so if something does happen, it's going to bring out the yellow. 24 laps in the stage.
Hold your line.
Obviously, that's not actually very long. It seems like a long stage, but it really isn't. As we drive around the outside of Greenfield and Chastain, we're starting to move our way up to the field,
Stay high.
which is
Keep it
good.
right there.
We've got a fast truck, for sure.
Carlo.
But it's going to be all about that base. And by base, I mean
Carlo.
playoff points. Does that make any sense? Oh, that was close. That was contact with Chastain. That's not going to endear him to me any, unfortunately. Jennifer Jo Cobb, ironically, is one of the drivers who doesn't hate me all that much,
Stay right
which is
there.
nice, I suppose, because she's right ahead of us as we're going to go to the outside. Use a little bit too much of Jennifer Jo Cobb
Still
up
there.
there. Oh, God almighty, the truck is loose now. It's super, super loose, and we fall all the way back to last again. So clearly the truck is so
Stay
bloody
high.
loose.
Hold your line.
You can just see coming off the corner, it's just going to try to kill me every single lap. At least we've got the stage break coming
Stay
up.
high. Still there.
That will put us at the back of the field again.
Back lap there.
As the spotter was very pleased with the lap time I just
Still there.
did. Looks like we got trucks maybe coming into the pits. There was a truck really low on the track there. It was Tommy
Easy.
Joe Martins.
Hold your line.
But he just decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to run low for some reason. Okie dokie. Oh, Brian Duzat is one of the trucks that doesn't
Clear,
like
clear.
me, even though he's not completely a rival yet, so he's not going to try to kill me.
You're all clear.
But we want to try to not create more problems than already exist. Regan Smith is another one of those drivers.
Hold your
So we
line.
work 3 wide around the outside of Regan Smith and Spencer Boyd.
Excellent lap.
Well, we're starting to make this truck work
Keep it right there.
the way it's driving. Oh, it's Matt Mills, and we get spun into the inside wall. No caution. Well, there I go saying, hey, we're going to have some, there will be strict yellows on, guys. Nope, apparently not. How bad is the truck damaged? Very badly damaged. So, yeah, definitely by the end of the stage, I should have just parked it and got the yellow to come out. But I don't have that kind of foresight. I was just like, hey, I'm just going to keep driving, the yellow will come out. Nope, didn't happen. You can see the amount of pace my truck has, because we've already almost caught back up to the back of the field. But the other problem, of course, is going to be we might end up getting lapped by the faster trucks, which is also not a good thing, considering that we really need some points for the playoffs. So we need to work to the outside of Clay Greenfield here pretty quickly. Thankfully, the trucks have started to spread out a little bit, which will hopefully make passing them a little bit easier. As Greenfield decides just to completely move out of my way. Wasn't really expecting that. But I guess he was being courteous. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking there. So we're going to try to work to the outside of Jennifer Joe Cobb. Not going to happen. And again, so loose off the corner. We're really going to need to work on that. And I hate the fact that I hate it for my guys that I have to hang around the back here. I've caused 2 mistakes now. I've had 2 mistakes. One in qualifying and one in the race. Spinning off the front of Regan Smith, and of course crashing off of turn 4, coming to the checkered on my qualifying attempt. So I'm not probably endearing myself to the crew this weekend either, as we get almost up into the wall on the exit of turn 2. And now we're coming up behind Duzat, trying to work to the outside. Not happening yet. 11 to go in the stage. Around the... Wow, that was quite an interesting line through there. Bouncing off of Jennifer Joe Cobb, which is not going to help matters at all. As I try to... I cannot get around Brian Duzat. This is
Careful.
Yeah, screw you, Duzat. All right, we're just going to work to the inside now. Get up on the curb, why not?
Car up top.
Finally get around Duzat, but lost probably too many positions to have really talk positively about it. And again, I've got to get on it. I don't want to lose a lap here. There we go. The Red Sea is starting to part, and we're getting to the inside of Chastain, and absolutely able to run it as fast as I want to into the corner, which is nice, and not have to compromise my line because I have to work around the outside of people. But we're going to have to do that with Regan Smith. Maybe. Depends where Smith decides to go. We'll dive to the inside of Regan Smith. He will jump out of the way because I probably scared him a little bit. Boink, off the wall we go. That was not good. Keep the truck going. Somebody's in the pits. There is a truck in the pits. So we must have gained an extra position there. Diving to the inside of TJ Bell. Behind Matt Mills. Gonna way.
Car outside.
Save it. Oh. TJ Bell's not going to save it. That's probably going to bring out the yellow. Yes, it does.
Easy.
Okay, well, if I'm going to wreck somebody, that's the time to do it. We're going to pit. We're going to do the full 9 yards here, and we're going to tighten this truck up. We need to tighten this truck up, so we're going to go all the way up to 47.9. That's a decent number, I don't know. Completely arbitrary. John Hunter Nemechek is the one who's in the pits. He's not in the playoffs, so we don't have to worry about him. As you can see, he's in the pits right there. All right, here we go.
Green flag. Green flag.
Truck's still loose off the corner, at least under acceleration. So we got 3 laps to go in the stage. Let's see how many positions we can make up in those 3 laps. Still the truck deciding it does not want to turn off the corner. Okay, that's an interesting line through there. we've got fresh Goodyears on this thing.
Stay on the bottom.
So we
Stay
should
right
be a
there.
little bit
All
better
right.
than these guys. As we get in behind TJ Bell. There we go. Nice run off the corner. Don't have to worry about the wheel spin
Car
too
there.
much. And underneath we go. Who do we follow? I think
Still
the
there.
top lane is death sentence at Martinsville, so you don't want to be up there. 3 wide in. Just clip that curve
Stay
just a
low.
little
Hold
bit.
your line. All clear.
And behind Regan Smith. We got to get as many positions as we can. This is prime time to be making them up, so we don't have to make them up on the next restart. Get underneath Wendell Chavis. I don't even know how many laps left in this.
Caution
Yeah,
is
there you
out.
go. Answered my question for me. 23rd in stage 1, but the truck is working much better now, so that will be a good thing. Will not pit. Don't need to do that. We're going to advance to the green. So 23rd position. Ready to go racing once again here at Martinsville.
Bad. Nice and smooth here. Going green. Green flag. Green flag.
There we go. I shifted up into third almost immediately, and it actually helped my acceleration quite a bit as we work down here into turns 1 and 2. And we're starting to get up into the people
Hold
that
your
hate me.
line.
I see Cody Coughlin up there, and I see Myatt Snyder. That's going to be a good thing, because you know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to wreck me. If there are people trying to wreck me at the plate tracks, they're definitely going to try to wreck me here, and I'm just going to get into the back of Snyder
Hold your
here.
line.
See what we can do. Let's see if we move to the inside of
Clear
Snyder.
on.
Is he going to try to wreck me? He's definitely, yeah, there you go. I don't know if that was my, yeah, he gets into the back of me. There's a spin back there and brings out the yellow.
Watch for debris.
Whoo! Well, I just dumped, who was that, Matt Mills? I don't know who that was. Oh well, we'll get back to the racing here. And we're on the outside, which is not good. So on the outside of Todd Peck, Myatt Snyder behind.
Stay sharp. Green
Coughlin
coming.
ahead.
Nice and smooth here. Going green. Green
That is
flag.
not
Green flag.
really the most advantageous placing in the world for me. We'll move to the inside, Peck looking.
Road clear.
Get into the side of Coughlin. Coughlin didn't really fight me all that hard, so that's good. I guess I have much more pace than he does, so it
Stay
helps.
right there.
He's trying. Oh, there it is.
Carlo.
There it
Clear
is.
down low.
A little bit of argy-bargy there with Coughlin. I think he hurt himself more than he hurt me doing that. We finally got around to Chaser, Ben Rhodes, and right on the curb we decided to go. That
All
was
right.
not the best idea in the world, but
Clear.
we worked it out somehow. Now to the inside of Crafton and Gregson.
Easy.
Lots of chasers
Hold your
actually in
line.
the top lane. Crafton no longer. He got eliminated at Talladega,
Keep it right
so we
there.
don't have to worry about him anymore. Or Cindric, even though Cindric is one of our rivals. We get underneath Gregson, a chaser here.
Car there.
We battled with at Las Vegas. And hopefully get to the inside of him. There we go,
Hold your
around.
line.
Wow, that was close. I definitely decided to shut the door on Gregson there. Not entirely sure how I managed to fit the truck in that space, but I managed to do it. And there around
Clear up
infigure we
top.
go to the inside of Gilliland, who's not the most biggest fan of me, but most biggest, that is terrible English. But regardless, we get around Gilliland, now to the outside of Austin Wayne's self, trying to
Car
anyway.
inside.
Infinger
Bottom
looking to
clear.
the inside, and now we're going to have to battle with Chase Briscoe, who is mad at me.
Carlo.
Oh, but Austin Wayne self is going to be more mad at me because we just hip-checked each other pretty badly there.
Clear low.
Not sure if he was coming up or I was coming down. Probably me coming down. But now the BKR trucks. These guys are going to be tough to deal with. Briscoe, of course, he's working for a championship, and Cindric, he is working
Still
to
there.
take me out. So let's see what we can do on the outside of Briscoe. Nothing yet. Briscoe looks to the inside of Cindric, and you'd think that Cindric would heed that position,
Stay
considering
right
the championship implications of his position relative to Briscoe. But screw it.
Hold high. Hold your line.
Every man for himself at BKR. The team's dead anyway, so why not? And we go to the outside of both the BKR trucks, but I drove it in way too deep. Now we've got to keep Austin Wayne self behind us as best we can. I wanted to shove Briscoe in there because he's just not
Stay right there.
taking it to Snyder or to Cindric the way I would have liked him to. which is unfortunate. And we've got 10 laps to go in the stage.
Easy. Hold your line.
Well, there we go. No, I was going to say, hey, I got an outside move done on Briscoe, but it didn't happen. But I thought I sprung him underneath Cindric. I thought I finally got him. I thought I finally relayed the message to Briscoe that he needs to get going here. He's going to work to the inside of Cindric. Not going to happen. We're going to run the curb there. Why not? Make a road course racing move. Just slam the curb. Okay, let's see if we can get in behind Briscoe here. Give him a little bit of a shot, maybe. Nope. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it so I can get him around Briscoe, or around Cindric. It's not happening yet. So we work to the outside of Briscoe. Not happening. There we go. There's a shot to the rear end of Briscoe. And try to put him in position to take underneath Cindric. Nope, not going to happen. Well, we're just going to get him a little bit loose off the corner. No, not going to happen either. Not going to happen either. There we go. Okay, bye-bye, Briscoe. And now, Cindric.
Clear.
You know this is going to be bad. When's he going to try it? When's he going to do something stupid? Oh, he's not going to do anything stupid. Okay. I guess I raced Cindric clean, so Cindric raced me clean.
You're getting faster out there. Great lap.
That's nice. And we just ran our fastest lap of the race just that quickly. Well, that was a nice, maybe since he pushed me to third place at Talladega, we've decided to put water under the bridge between myself and Cindric. That's so nice of him. And I also appreciate that he was very nice in that not letting his teammate get around, so it moved me up into the championship standings. I appreciate that too. So now we are running up on our teammate Ryan Truex. So you would hope that Truex will feel the power of Shiggy and let me have that position once we get up to a more reasonable spot behind him. As we got 36 laps left of fuel, way more than that left in the race. I think we may end up having to make a green flag pit stop. I think the fuel tank only lasts about 50 laps. I think there's more of that left in the race. So we've got 3 laps to go in the stage.
Careful.
The spotter's telling me careful. I can only assume because I'm next to a teammate. I scraped the wall trying to pass a teammate. Shiggy is probably none too pleased with that move. Let's see what we can get done here. Christopher Bell still leads this race, so he's going to be taking all the playoff points from me, which is kind of annoying. And we are catching the back of the pack, so lapped traffic is also going to be a key here within the next 2 laps as we get around. Truex wasn't the most easy pass in the world, unfortunately, but he did let me around. 1 lap to go in the stage. As Truex was looking, but he didn't quite get there. Now Friesen, can we get second? In the stage, working around the outside of Friesen. Not going to happen. Bell wins the stage. We'll take third. I'm fine with that result. We get a little bit of them playoff points. Not quite as many as Bell has, because I think Bell has won both stages, which is not very advantageous. And everybody is coming into the pits, so we will as well prepare the truck, get all that good stuff done. And where are we going? We're going to be 17th. How did we lose 14 spots and everybody? Wow, whatever. All right, here we go. Race ready to go. Back to racing in Martinsville. Cody Coughlin, we know, is a little bit aggravated with me already. So that is not a good truck to have in front of us as we get into the back of Little Chavis. And then Tommy Joe Martin decides, hey, you know what, I'm going to try to wreck you. Let's see what Coughlin does. I'm worried about you, Coughlin. And he's not giving me any room. That's for certain sure. And he's going to work back to the inside. He's going to put me, oh, well, he's going to put me in the wall. There you go, Coughlin. There you go, Coughlin. Get you some. Get you some. Get you some. Cody Coughlin is trash. He can't do anything. Try to wreck me. I wreck you, Coughlin. That is not going to help our rivals meter, obviously, but you know what? He had it coming. The boy had it coming. There we go down to the inside of Snyder. We make contact with him, so that means he's not going to be too pleased. We have 51 laps of fuel, so we're good on fuel to the end. So it's a straight-up street fight at Martinsville for the victory. Now, seeing as this is such a long final segment of the race, that's a good thing because that means hopefully we have some lap traffic, and that lap traffic will slow up the charge of Christopher Bell. Again, we're going to have to just wait and see as we dive to the inside of Matt Crafton.
Right there.
And that's an unconventional line from several trucks there. Not sure what running the low lane out of the corners
Car
in
up top.
Martinsville accomplishes, but they tried to do it.
Clear low.
And still Austin Wayne himself is trying to do that. So we've got a chaser ahead of us. Gregson. Oh, I almost wrecked Gregson there unintentionally. Did not mean to do that, but that would have been a bit of unfortunate. Whoop, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit
Still
more
there.
contact. And we're just absolutely shoving Gilliland. That probably means Gilliland is going to hate me at the next race.
Right there.
Oh dear. We're going to have like 6, 7 rivals by the end of this. But that's
Clear
what
up top.
Martinsville and a 50% race gets you. Is just chaos. So very much chaos. So we're going to get in here to turns 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2. What am I thinking? I always do that. It's always like, oh, it's turn 3, you know. Oh, no, it's turn 1. Stupid, David. Tricks are for kids. So let's try to get around Austin Wayne's self here without messing with Texas too much. He's going to dive to the inside of Briscoe, which was a mistake because it held him up just a little bit. But we're not going to be able to pass him around the outside because this is Martinsville and it's a one-groove racetrack.
Keep high.
Maybe.
Still there.
Whoa, okay. Maybe I spoke
inside.
too soon. Can we pass him around the outside? Well, I guess if you have a decent enough truck, you can pass on the outside at Martinsville. This is kind of an extremely high groove, though. I don't even think Kyle Larson would run up here. Hey, you know what? It's working because we just passed Briscoe.
Clear low.
And we're working our way off into turn 3. And again, almost able to pass Yaley.
Hold
Not
high.
quite.
Stay
We're
right
coming up
there.
behind Ben Rhodes, another chase driver. And I think we should be around him fairly quick. I want to really get on the back of
Stay
Bell
high. Still there.
by the time we get up to the lap traffic, which should come about 20 laps into the stage.
Car low.
I would imagine as we bounce off of Yaley, that's just going to be what happens. There's going to be a lot of beating and banging, as it, of course, is Martinsville short track truck racing. These tough truckers, whatever they say in
Clear low.
the advertising. Oh, I hit Cindric. Does
Car
that mean
underneath.
Cindric is going to be aggravated? Not really. Oh, no, never mind.
Clear low.
I don't know if that was me running into Cindric or Cindric running into me. But I did not mean to rattle his cage then. Coughlin, yes, I meant to rattle his cage. But not Cindric. I'm trying to be nice to Cindric. And Cindric was nice to me at Talladega, so we try to give the favor back. You know what I mean? So, Grant Enfinger and Christopher Bell are the two chase drivers in this scenario. Friesen and Truex are not in the picture points-wise. Of course, they're in the picture race-wise. But that, of course, we don't have to worry about at the moment. The race is almost secondary, unfortunately, in the chase. That's just the way it works. As much as I'd like to get race wins and rack a lot of race wins up, that's not the point. The point is the points. As we are coming, probably in the next 4 laps or so, we'll probably see some lap traffic, if my prediction is correct. So we work to the inside of
Car
Friesen.
outside.
He was fairly kind
Clear.
in that move. He definitely stuffed it down his inside, but he was kind about it. Didn't contest it too hard, but also contested it fairly. That was fair racing, very fair racing. And yes, there are the lap trucks. So, as I predicted, 20 laps into the run, we are about to catch traffic, and it's going to be 30 laps of battling through lap trucks, assuming there isn't a yellow. But I like to lap cars, so I'm hoping we actually get this opportunity here, because I'm pretty good at traffic. We'll see how Christopher Bell is. but I'd like to be around these other two trucks of Infinger and Truex to be putting the pressure on Bell through the traffic. That would be important to me from a race perspective. We work to the outside of Infinger, not quite able to get there. There's a truck in the pits. Looks like one of the Don't Mess with Texas trucks, but not sure which one it is.
Stay on the top, still there.
So we work around the outside of Infinger, trying to get him. He's trying to block down to the inside, but we stuff it down in there and rotate the truck nicely, and around Grant Infinger we go. So now we've got a teammate and the chase leader ahead of us. So one of these passes should be quite easy, and one of these passes should be very, very difficult. Of course, Infinger is a rival as well, so that's not going to help. Or not Infinger, excuse me, Bell is a rival, so that's not going to help matters at all. So we're really going to stuff it in on Truex there. He was very kind. And here we go. Lapped traffic, and at least one of those trucks I can tell is friggin' Coughlin. So that's not a good thing. That means two rivals. One of them I've already wrecked in this race. One of them I'm trying to take the lead away from. So I'll let you do the mental math and figure out how that's probably going to go. So here we come up behind Christopher Bell, and we got a really good run off the corner, but I squandered it by smacking the wall. Which lane do you think is going to go faster? Greenfields or Bell's? Well, we chose Greenfields, and it paid off because we're going to take the lead, at least for now. And through the traffic, we'll take the lead. Yes, baby, yes. Yeah, but somebody tell Bell the outside lane is not a good one to use in Martinsville. But now we're going to struggle because this is going to be tough with all these trucks running this close together, especially considering Cody Coughlin and his anger with me as we decided to just pile drive Jennifer Jo Cobb into turn one. Didn't really need to do that. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Whoa, the 44.
Careful.
Yep. The spotter said careful, and I agree with the spotter's assessment of that situation. We are wow. Christopher Bell's all the way back to fourth. So clearly, the outside lane did not work out too well for him. And in behind Matt Mills, gonna try to work to the inside. No, Mills is just gonna decide, hey, you know what? I don't want to let you through there. So we're going to go to the outside, see what we can get accomplished out here, and I think we're going to get Mills now in behind Corbin Forrester, who is very friendly with me, so we'll try to just be very nice to Corbin Forrester because we know what's coming with Cody Coughlin, and it's not going to be good.
Stay right there.
So do we go to the outside or do we go to the inside? We'll go to the outside. Come up and crash me. Come up and crash me, Coughlin. Come up and crash me.
Careful.
Nope.
Clear.
Coughlin just decided, I guess we settled that because I took him out, and now he just said, you know what, I'm just going to let him go through. Okay, Coughlin. Well, clearly he's a weenie, too, because as soon as I retaliated for his nonsense, he decided, hey, you know what, I'm just going to let him go. Fair enough, as Crafton comes into the pits. So we've got trucks dropping like flies at the moment. We've still got 30 laps remaining on our tank of gas. 20 laps in the race, so we're good to go to the end. So we work to the inside of Austin Hill. That was the truck I wrecked earlier in the race. Trying to figure out who that was. I figured out who it was. But we've got three trucks in the pits. As you hear, 20 laps to go. Coming up in behind Peck here and Duzat. Pretty nice of Duzat to be this far up in the field. Good for him. I think some of the nonsense with trucks spinning out kind of got him into this position. But hey,
clear low.
All good. He's probably going to be a rival in the next race too. How many is that? So Duzat, probably Gilliland.
Clear low.
Bell probably because I spun him out. Both of the Bells are going to hate me. But maybe we got Truex, or not Truex, but Cindric. Maybe we over the last couple races, we've been able to mend bridges with Cindric. I would hope we have. We'll see.
Right there, clear up top.
As Bell tried to get into my bumper there. He thought about it, but he did not do it. We got 5 seconds on Truex now, so clearly in the traffic, I have a superior truck. I wonder, had I not crashed in qualifying, what this race would be like. But I'm sure for the entertainment value of you folks, you guys are happy that I did that, because it's this one's been wild. As we got 16 to go here, and you know, this is the time where you'd think there'd be some nonsense, maybe a BS yellow to pack the field up, and now we're coming underneath another rival, Snyder. It's gonna be, you know, he's gonna get into me just a little bit. He's running into me off the corner, but we didn't have to worry about it too much, thankfully. 15 laps to go. Wendell Chavis, good old Wendell, one of the original guys I had some troubles with in this Let's Play. Thankfully, tempers seem to have cooled a little bit with Wendell Chavis, as you see Crafton coming back out of the pits, so he'll be back into the race, although quite a bit down the order, as Christopher Bell has moved back up into second, so clearly Truex got screwed into traffic at some point. That's a shame. Would have been nice to get a 1-2 for Shiggy, but well, man, he's only 2/10 behind. The battle for second is fantastic. You just saw Grant Infigure move back through.
Stay on the top. Hold your line.
Try to get around Wendell Chavis. It's not happening. Wendell Chavis does not want to go a lap down, probably because he assumes that there's going to be a yellow, and he needs to be either the last car in the lead lap or the lucky dog. But, yeah, bye-bye. We passed you pretty easily. We got 12 laps to go. Tommy Joe and Bobby Sue. Can we get around Tommy Joe? Well, we got in the back of him, I think, a little bit there. That was not the greatest idea in the world.
Clear, clear.
Just try to make everybody as angry as possible, David. That's the way you're going to win a championship. As Truex moves up into third, excuse me, but he's like half a second behind Christopher Bell, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And behind Travis Kvapil. Can we work to the outside of him? Trying to, but it's not going to happen yet. Sneak, maybe, not going to happen.
Last in lap.
10 to go. That means go nuts.
Low,
well, that was a nice out-braking maneuver, but it turned out to be all for naught, because Kvapil almost got me back to the inside. Now we'll work around the outside of turn 3 at Martinsville. Not the ideal line through there. 9 laps remaining in the race. Boink, off of the curb we go. And now we get a nice clean track. Whoops. That I can hit the curb on and then not have a good lap. Good, smart move, David, smart move. Well, Bell has pulled out a second ahead of Truex, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a Shiggy 1-2. That would have been nice, but it's not going to happen, as lap traffic has turned this race into a very well, let's talk about this, because Truex now has brought it within 4/10 of a second, now 2/10, 3/10. I'm just going to stop saying tenths because it's not going to matter all that much, but now it's very close between Bell and Truex. And yeah, they're following behind me quite a bit, so they must be in some heavy traffic. It's going to be interesting to see how that battle plays out, as we got 6 laps remaining in the race. As we bounce off the curbing again, not good. Not a smart decision by me. I'd be tearing the suspension up on this truck if it was real life doing that. As I'm so hoping Truex gets this done. Come on, get him, Truex. Nope, he just lost the position to Infigure. Never mind. Never mind. Truex gonna Truex. It's very close between all of those drivers, though, behind me. It's a great race. I'm just not participating in it because I've lapped everybody so many times. As we're coming in behind Clay Greenfield for the second time, putting him a legitimate 2 laps down. And now in behind Joe Nemechek we go. Joe Nemechek. Gonna try to work around him. So yeah, that's oh, Truex moves back up into second or third. Second behind me. Now he falls back behind Infigure. I was so happy there for a second. So Infigure and him are having a great battle because they've been swapping positions. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Come on, Truex, take points away from those chasers. Well, I don't need it because if I win, that means I'm in.
2 to go.
But whatever. 2 laps to go, so we got this much time for something really stupid to happen.
Car up top.
Oh dear. I couldn't have scripted that any more funny.
Stay right there.
I could not have scripted that any better. And yet it actually happened. As soon as we bounce off the wall,
Final lap.
here we go. The last lap at Martinsville, 50% race. Let's lap note Joe Nemechek one more time, shall
Hold
we?
your line.
The inside of Joe Nemechek we go. And we put the number 87 car, or truck, 1 lap down. All right, Truex, you got to do it, but we're going to do it for Shiggy.
Fantastic job out there.
Woo!
Great win.
In the chase. So we take victory and punch our ticket to the next round. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We put a lot of cars a lap down. John Hunter Nemechek was 87 laps behind the race. I'm pretty sure you could just write out of the race next to him because I don't think he came out of the pits once he had entered it. Yeah, what an interesting running order. Lots of trucks where they shouldn't usually be. Christopher Bell took both the stages. Truex didn't seal the deal for a Shiggy 1-2, but at least he got on the podium for whatever that means. And as you can see, money-wise, to win a truck race, you get 38 grand, which is more than McDonald's. That's what 2 McDonald's employees make in a year, so that's pretty good, pretty good. And we should be seeing the standings. Of course, we advance. Bell has a lot more playoff points than me, but it doesn't matter. Infinger and Briscoe are in. Rhodes and Gregson are sitting on the edge of not advancing. So let's head back to the race shop and see if anybody's got some trash talk for me. Oh yeah, I won the race. I forgot. Well, I need to celebrate. Even though it's like friggin' dusk, it looks like the nuclear apocalypse. But hey, we won at Martinsville. That's pretty cool. Even though I've won like every Martinsville race I've ever entered. Yeah. Thanks NASCAR Heat Evolution for making Martinsville a really easy track. NASCAR Heat 2, much more difficult. I appreciate that. So we don't get that fun animation yet. So I guess, yeah. You didn't stay because you didn't complete the incentive contract. Whatever. Uh-oh.
What the heck is going on out there? Your driving is absolute garbage. If NASCAR doesn't suspend you, somebody's gonna teach you a lesson.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, Ben Rhodes is upset. I wonder why. Probably because he's out of the chase right now. Also, Austin Wayne Self is warning me. Probably because, oh, well, there you go. Wow, 5 wins this season. Keep it up. We might see each other in the championship. Doesn't Bell hate me? Why would he be Uh-oh. Matt Mills. Hey, D, Scott, what is your deal? That last race is awful. You are a dirty, dirty driver. Matt Mills wants to suspend me. Oh, good Lord. Congrats on the win, but maybe don't bulldoze your way to the front next time. Screw you, Clay Greenfield. You freaking trash. You were 2 laps down. I lapped you twice. Noah Gregson, how the heck are you in the playoffs with that many... Oh, my God. I'm getting destroyed on social media. Oh, my God. Is that normal? Has anyone else seen that much hate? Has anybody gotten that much hate on social media after a race? Wow. Like in this game, like is that the most hate anybody has ever received on social media in this game? Please let me know, because that's hilarious. We gotta check this out. I mean, how many people hate us? So we got, okay, Briscoe now hates me. Cindric still hates me. Duzat hates me. Gilliland hates me. Austin Hill hates me. Regan Smith hates me. Oh my God. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done?